You're listening to Systemic Error Podcast. The failure was designed.
Teacher targeted by vicious right-wing hate now held for saving lives, based on an article by Alexandria Jacobson, investigative reporter. Breathe as a pretext, Dissent as a target. The real story. After Charlie Kirk's killing, Rudy Giuliani and Moms4Liberty did not behave like people searching for truth or restraint. They moved immediately to punish a teacher, Carolyn Pinta, for remarks they disliked, amplifying screenshots circulating her worthless information and pressing for her firing. The school district investigated and she kept her job. That fact matters because it shows who actually held institutional power in this episode and who failed to get it. Manufactured outrage. Giuliani, a disbarred former mayor and Trump loyalist, used his platform to turn a death into a targeting list, posting school phone numbers and dedicating a show segment to exposing teachers is not a civic concern. It is intimidation with a media wrapper. The point was not to understand Pinta's comments, but to make employment itself feel conditional on submission to the right-wing grief script. Moms4Liberty's role. Moms4Liberty Lake County did the local dirty work. It republished its screenshot, circulated a letter from concerned parents, and mobilized more than 100 people to a school board meeting demanding Pinta's firing. That is of a manner conservative tactic. Convert a social media pylon into a district-level threat, then call the resulting fear community concern. It is organized coercion dressed up as parental oversight. What they wanted punished. Pinta's posts were not praise for murder. The source shows something more ordinary and more threatening to the right. A teacher speaking bluntly about Kirk guns and Trump hero politics, while also running pride work and LGBTQ support projects. That is what they wanted removed, not violence. Dissent. The campaign was meant to make open political speech by educators expensive enough to disappear. The district and the line that held. The school investigated and did not fire. That is not a triumph, it is the minimum response to a manufactured purge attempt. The more revealing detail is that parents brought children who were Pinta's students to the meeting. This is how these campaigns work. They try to turn children into leverage and teachers into hostages. The district resisted the final demand, but the social punishment was a rebel instrument. The larger pattern. This is authoritarian politics at the neighborhood scale. A right-wing outrage network identifies a target, treats worthless identities as vulnerable property, and tries to force institutions to discipline speech that violates its hierarchy. The lesson is not that one teacher made unfortunate comments. The lesson is that the organized right keeps building machinery to police democracy from below while claiming it moves from above. You've been listening to Systemic Error. Thanks to Raw Story for today's article, with the automated voice of Diana. Thanks for listening.